to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin' Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Liberty Flames, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Flames will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Hurley. He's right on target. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football, even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen passer here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt. They want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Hurley. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cajun.
You love as a head coach to to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it out with a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. On the option. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Here comes the option. The pitch. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. You're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Can't get him to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here.
It's crazy. Football is cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction and just always changing.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit him right in the middle of the field.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they love to convert this third and short. Run it with the fullback. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth.
And I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The Flames with the 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, you tried on 1st and 2nd, and you couldn't pay it off, so let's not overthink it. Let's just go quarterback sneak. Let's just let our guy get low, pick the side he wants to run to, drive his legs in for the touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the 2nd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied. And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process. Well, at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Give to the running back. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. first down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down.
42, Spider.
Looking for a man. It's Hurley. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. And the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to run it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. He's looking to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And he's dragged down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The option look. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first downs.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds a man on the left. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Into the house. Touchdown, Wayne.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you You want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with a passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. The offense grinds out a really good drive. They have it going, and then comes to the abrupt halt with the turnover.
And for that offensive play caller, he had a good thing going. He was finding a rhythm. He was mixing things together. He was doing a good job with his formations and his shifts and his motions. Looked like he had the defense on his heels. He needs his guys right now to hold on to the ball.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now.
Picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Liberty. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll throw it on first down. Showing the arm straight down the left side.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Dropping back, it's Hurley. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left to take third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he drops to throw. Steps away to find some room. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Hurley. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Snapped it in the shotgun. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Raging Cajuns will kick it away to crank up the second half. the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made it.
Nothing but green ahead. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tap that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
Takes a hit as he fires. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, hold onto the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
On the option. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Fires to the middle. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Liberty. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, like the football, you'd be concerned. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Wow, how about the concentration there by the receiver? That ball got tipped. Still, though, he was able to look it in and secure the catch.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Raging Cajuns moving quickly to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6th to finish it. Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. A first down for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Okay, ready?
Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Gaucho, gaucho. Ready, ready.
He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking left. And that pass picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Complete to the left. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Reeled it in and just made the house call. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you can add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Offense getting set for 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. On on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose. He's got it. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Gets it past the marker. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Flames. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Open runway ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cajun.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Across the 25. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Liberty. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 2 to Ball State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
The Flames trying to cash it in on first and goal.
Cut it. Let's go. Dino.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
The offense goes with a run on third and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down for this offense.
Black 24.
They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Ready?
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it.
Cobra.
Handoff to the fullback. Running with power. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. The give to the big fullback. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?